Hello, this is Ryan Phillips. I'm here live with the losing team of Game 1 of the 2009 Kudzu Classic. Losing team was Pimps Up Holes Down. Big loss, 14-6. Also the oldest team in the tournament, so we need to talk to them and see how they felt about it. Judd Hogan, you know, some people would say that you lost the game defensively for the team. I just kind of want to know what your feelings are.
Well, I think the early stresses in the clubhouse due to the early start and 2 late starters that I have, I'm hoping that we can come back in Game 2 and hopefully we can get a better pitching performance out of the bullpen. Obviously, my pitching was dominant today, comparatively speaking. Getting up 2 of the 14 runs while 12 were put on my counterpart.
Okay, and now we're going to move on to Brian Smith, who was expected to be the anchor of the team and certainly did not live up to expectations. Smith was responsible for giving up 7 runs in 1 inning. Smith, how do you feel about your performance?
Man, I thought my pitching and everything was on time, but my left fielder out there just you can't give up 8 outs in 1 inning and expect to get victories. And you start out with 1 at bat for the first 4 at bats through the first 4 innings, and it's tough to come back from that.
How would you explain your philosophy as a leadoff hitter? You know, they said before the game that you weren't going to try to work the count to get on, that for the most part you were going to go after the first pitch. How would you explain that philosophy?
Yeah, hey, if it's in the zone, you got to swing at it, and I'm gonna take 2 strikes like Coach Hogan advised me to do, but it's just tough when the ball's coming in at 21 miles an hour.
Mr. Phillips, obviously you've put on a little weight to try to get yourself into the proper weight category and make sure that you were, at a good playing weight for this tournament. Do you feel like your weight affected your play at all today?
Well, I said before the tournament I wanted to come in over 230 for sure. I think entering the tournament I came in at like 234, actually 234.8 at the Bloomingdale Medical Scale. I will tell you, I don't think that affected my weight. I did hit 1 out, if I'm not mistaken. I might have hit the only home run on our team.
You had a big slide too.
That's a true statement.
I think I might have hit the only home run on our team. And by the way, I did score the most controversial run of the tournament so far with the slide. All in all, it's a pretty disappointing performance from us, but we're going to be ready for the second game.
All right, awesome.
How do you feel about your day today?
Guys, pretty simple question. It's a nightmare. I drove 4 hours thinking that maybe by chance I would salvage like some dignity. No dignity salvaged.
Well, it appears you had a pretty good game in the first game, and in the second game, what happened?
Personal performance, yeah. I mean, personal performance. If you're going on personal performance, yeah, absolutely. I had a great game. The first game I actually probably carried our team. If you're talking about second game, I think I had like 3 strikeouts with men on base. I will tell you this. The game ended on a obviously tragic play, very Buckner-esque, except the ball was in the air, not on the ground. Brian Smith basically Ronnie Lotted me.
Well, speaking of that play to end the game, it looked to me from where we were sitting that you had a pretty good beat on that ball, and your center fielder just basically dropped the ball, or caused you to drop the ball, I should say.
I mean,
how do you feel about that?
There's going to be people forever that are going to debate whether I was.
Speaking of that, where's your center fielder?
Yeah, he's not here anymore. He went to Alligator Point, which,
okay.
I mean, obviously, if you have to debate who was more eager to get on the road, it would be the guy that ran me over and not me, because I'm still here.
Ooh, do I sense a little controversy in that?
All I'm saying is, from multiple sources, I was camped. He ran me over. The ball hit both of my hands, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to grab it. Doesn't change the fact that regardless, I mean, we expect our closer to come in and shut the door on 5-4. We're up 5-4, and he came and he walked the guy. He gave up a jack. If you want to look at people to blame, the blame goes all the way around except for me.
Well, as far as the pitching staff, how do you feel y'all did? I know you had to rotate, and I know your closer apparently dropped. Didn't save the deal like he was supposed to. But how do you feel about the whole pitching?
Well, when you go 1-3, what do you go? You go 1-3-5-7. That's what Judd Hogan went for us, and he's supposed to be our closer, and he just didn't get the job done. So you look at it, it is what it is. He gave up a jack, which tied it. Great for him. He walked a guy, and then he gave up the fly ball, which obviously Brian Smith freaking zooed.
So let's just clear this up.
I had a strikeout too.
I just want to make sure I understand that it was nobody else's fault.
The interviewer's not supposed to freaking pipe in at all.
It was none of your fault. It was everybody else's.
I'd be willing to say that offensively, it was totally my fault we lost the last game. I will saddle the blame for that. I struck out a few times with men on base. The last inning, no, I won't take credit for that. That was camp, and we needed a closer.
We're here all with Big Phil. Close.